My dear child, if you have just 5 minutes, stop right here and listen carefully, because this is not something you should ignore or delay. You may feel like you're busy, like you have more important things to do, like this can wait for later. But I am telling you right now, this moment matters more than you realize. There is a reason you are hearing these words, a reason your attention has come here, and a reason you feel something pulling you to stay. Do not brush this aside. Do not scroll past this as if it is just another message. You have been moving through your days quickly, focusing on what is in front of you, handling responsibilities, dealing with challenges, and trying to keep everything together. But somewhere in all of this, you have started to ignore something important, something that has been quietly trying to get your attention for a long time. It is not loud, it is not obvious, but it is there. And the more you ignore it, the more disconnected you begin to feel, even if you do not fully understand why. Through Jesus Christ, you are shown that ignoring what truly matters does not create immediate consequences, but over time, it builds into something that can affect everything in your life. You may not notice it at first. It may seem small, something you can deal with later, something that does not require your attention right now. But slowly, without you realizing it, it begins to influence your thoughts, your decisions, and your direction. You start to feel more uncertain, more restless, and more disconnected from the clarity you once had. You begin to question things more, doubt yourself more, and feel like something is not quite right. This is not sluchai. This is the result of ignoring something that needs your attention. You have been feeling it, even if you have not fully acknowledged it. There have been moments when you paused and thought about it, moments when you felt like you should do something about it, and moments when you knew deep down that something needed to change. But each time, you pushed it aside. You told yourself you would deal with it later. You convinced yourself that it was not urgent. And now, that later has turned into a pattern, a habit of ignoring what needs to be addressed. This is where everything begins to shift, not because something external suddenly changes, but because you finally choose to pay attention. You do not need to panic, and you do not need to feel overwhelmed. This is not about fear. This is about awareness. You are being given a moment to recognize what you have been overlooking, to understand what needs your attention, and to take a step in a different direction. You are not being warned to scare you. You are being guided to help you avoid something that can be prevented. Your life does not collapse in one moment. It shifts slowly through small decisions, repeated patterns, and things left unaddressed. And in the same way, it can also be corrected, not all at once, but step by step, through awareness and intentional change. You have more control than you think, but that control begins with recognizing what you have been ignoring. Ask yourself honestly, what is it that you know you should be paying attention to, but have been avoiding? What is it that keeps coming back into your thoughts, but you keep pushing away? What is it that you feel deep inside, but choose not to act on? That is where your focus needs to go. That is where your change begins. You do not need to fix everything today. You do not need to have all the answers right now, but you do need to stop ignoring it. Because the longer you ignore it, the more it grows into something bigger, something harder to manage, and something that affects more areas of your life than you intended. And the moment you stop ignoring it, the moment you choose to face it, things begin to change. Not instantly, not dramatically, but in a way that starts to bring clarity back into your life. As you continue forward, you will begin to notice that your thoughts become clearer, your decisions become more intentional, and your direction begins to feel more stable. The confusion that once held you back will start to fade. The restlessness that once distracted you will begin to settle, and the sense of being lost will slowly be replaced with a feeling of understanding. You are not being left behind. You are not too late. And you are not beyond change. You are simply being asked to pay attention now, before things go further than they need to. You are being given a chance to shift your direction while you still can, to make adjustments while they are still manageable, and to bring yourself back into alignment before things become more difficult. This is not the end of something. This is the beginning of something different. But it requires your awareness, your willingness, and your decision to stop ignoring what you already know deep down. You are not alone in this. You are not expected to figure everything out perfectly. You are only being asked to take the first step, to acknowledge what needs to be acknowledged, and to move forward with intention. And as you do that, you will begin to see that your life does not need to collapse. It can be redirected, it can be improved, and it can become something stronger than it was before. But it begins with this moment. It begins with you choosing to listen, to stay, and to not ignore what you are hearing right now.